and welcome along. This is Virtual Farmer, and on Oak Bridge today we are going to be, well, we've got this contract here that has been finished. This is the cultivating contract we had last time, so we've got the stire from that. Let's clear that off before we do anything else. 39,000 to collect from that contract, which is fantastic. Now we're going to continue doing some contracting stuff. We're looking at planting new stuff in the new year, so we want to turn our field around at some point. Right now, though, contracts are worth a lot more to us. There's a couple of contracts out here that would be quite good. There's a cultivating contract on 7 that we might be able to get running. There is also there's that fertilizing contract there, but that will cost a lot of money. But there's also a massive stone picking contract down here as well. What is in the shop today? Let's see what's on sale. There's a new case tractor. This would have been a really good tractor for our farm. There's a really nice seeder available that would go on the back of our combine, on the back of our quad track, on the back of our combine, on the back of our quad track quite nicely, which is a direct seeder. So if we can get the money for that today, that would be brilliant. We are short, but that means I think we want to hit that stone picking contract and that cultivating contract. We don't have a cultivator ourselves, I don't think. Otherwise, that would be good. Although if I get that direct seeder, I'm not going to need a cultivator. Yeah, we don't have a cultivator ourselves. So what I'm going to do is go back into the contracts here. We will get the cultivator. We'll get this set up. So we will borrow the items for that contract. And then we will also borrow the items for this contract as well. And I want to get that stone picking contract running on its own first. And the tractor I'm going to use for that is actually going to be the David Brown. So we've got this needs fuel first up. So let's refill with fuel. We don't have anything in our fuel tank, so we need to refill this as well. I'm not going to go the full 16,000 or the full 10,000 liters. I think we'll put 2,000 liters in there for now. We can then refill this tractor. This barely made it back here without with needing to be refueled. So I'm very, very pleased that we managed to get the contract that this tractor did done without too much issue. And get back with just enough fuel to complete it. So with a full tank of fuel in it, let's park this. I think we'll park our baler up in the shed here. In fact, no. I'm going to leave the baler at the edge of the field. Oh, we're taking a little bit of stuttering on the frames because Farm Sim has updated. And therefore, that does mean that it is going to stutter a little bit on its frames as we drive around the map here. It will clear up, so that'll be fine. But yeah, we need to head down to the shop in this. We're going to go and get the stone picking stuff set up. We're going to use this tractor on the trailer for it. So we're not actually going to be using our tractor to do any work. We'll be saving our own fuel on this. And we'll be getting the contracting equipment to do the work instead, just because that'll save us a ton of cash. A lot of people have asked me where I got this David Brown mod from, and it was sent to me. I was very lucky. Somebody sent this to me, and I have had permission from the original creator of it to use it in this series and use this tractor. So a huge thank you to them. But yeah, it's a private mod that unfortunately I can't share out at all. We're gonna stick this tractor on the actual stone picker. I'm hoping that this update is nice and stable, because I haven't actually tried it before today. It's been quite a busy week this week. So I, of course, started my new job last Monday, so everything's been a little bit tight. Apologies for the lack of Forestry Friday video yesterday. There was just, unfortunately, not enough time this week with everything going on to get that out. I hope to sort that for next week, though, as things settle in a little bit. And we get sort of working out exactly when I can record and when I can get stuff out. I'm hoping is there a speed set on the David Brown here? There is. Right, let's speed this up then. Set our cruise control back up to 37. Jump back in the John Deere, and away we go. Before we continue on the farm, this video is brought to you in partnership with the awesome people at Apex Gaming PCs. I've teamed up with Apex Gaming PCs to create a custom line of PCs suitable for everyone from beginner farmers to virtual farming experts. And the higher spec machines are also perfect for streaming and content creation. So there's never been a better time to go check them out. If I fail to complete either of these contracts today, I won't be too worried. It is the first day of October, so we have 2 days to go at it. If we do manage to complete these today, we might look at going straight on till November. I think most of the winter we're going to be looking at skipping. So that is getting to work on that field there. That is perfect. We can then let that pull in, take the hired worker off, and we want to stick this out the way on the road here somewhere, probably in this top corner actually. We'll turn around and set this up as our stone picker has immediately stuck itself in the hedgerow. Not sure why that's doing that. We might have to use courseplay on this job. But that has most definitely got itself stuck. I don't know what it's doing. Right, let's pull it round here. And set it going. What's the setup on this? We got 2 headlands. Let's take this up to 5. Give it enough space to turn around. Then we'll maneuver this back up the top corner of the field and set it going. And hopefully now it'll have enough maneuvering space to get to work. Although, is that going on the headland first? It might be. Let's move this forwards. Okay, we're blocking the gateway. But nope, that's turned around and is heading off. Hopefully that is going to, yeah, that's going to get stuck into the field now and get picking those stones, and it should let us know when this is done. In fact, why isn't this showing as a contract? Oh wow, that's complete. He's happy with the contract. We don't need to do anything. So let's collect that. That is, do you know what? I'm still gonna let that go. I'm still gonna let that keep doing this job because, yeah, we have completed the contract, but I think we should keep that going there and at least let some stones go through, because that is that has automatically completed that contract for some reason, and I don't like it when we don't actually do the work on the contract itself. So let's turn our attention to this one, which is has a nice T8 on it. Very nice T8. We've still got our service trailer down here at the shop. We need to get that sorted and get that back to the farm. So we'll come up here in the Land Rover and get that collected up in a minute. We'll just get this tractor started first. So this is doing its cultivating on field 7, which is up the top. So I know where the entrance to that is. That's not too far from our farm. In fact, the entrance is just up here on the right. We should be able to just come in here. Have I got the gates open? I don't. Yeah, this is on the border of my land, and it's probably one thing I'd like to do is buy field 7 here. This field here I think would be a really good addition. We could put a roadway up the side of this field here, and that would then connect this in. But for now, easiest thing for me to do is to come in here and earn some extra cash from a contract on it. Again, we're going to send a hired worker off on here, get them cultivating this field. They shouldn't have too much problem with this job, especially with a piece of kit this big. Close this gate so that's out the way, and we'll leave that to get on with it. This is down the bottom end of the field by the looks of things. Yeah, it's a very long field, this, and I think it's 45% full, so I think it's going to make it to the top end of the field, which is great. We're going to be emptying this out on a fairly regular basis. We will get as far as we can with this contract today, and then we will probably complete it at the end of the day, no matter how far it's got. Quite nice that we can just do that, but yeah, I think that's probably going to be our best option when it comes to this. And that takes us back to the farm, where we have a nice full trailer of wheat, and we'll get this transported down to the windmill, get this processing, and once I've got another trailer of this done, I think we probably want to take a look at getting another contract started, earning some more money. Either that or clearing off the straw. How much is straw worth at the moment? Not quite there yet. There is our windmill churning away, producing a whole load of flour. I think in the first year here, my aim very much is to try and earn as much money from contracts and everything as we can from there. I would like to buy the bakery and transport the flour that we're making here down to there for processing and turning into bread. All right, let's get this tipped. There we go. And how much wheat have we got left? We've got 43,000 liters of wheat left. Is all of that? I think all of that is in our storage. So we should be able to get that all converted. Flour at the moment is going up in price. We don't have a huge amount of it so far. We've only got 5,000 liters, so there's quite a bit still to convert. With this tipped, we want to get it all in here today. So I want to transport all of our remaining wheat up to the mill and get all of that processing. I think the best thing with this, actually, stop the hired worker here before we go any further. We are nearly, well, we're 90% full. We might as well back up to our trailer in this corner here and do this. Other reason for actually doing this contract, of course, is that we make money from the stones. Whether we make more from the stones than it costs us with the hired worker to actually run the field, I don't know, but we do make money from the stones, so it's worth actually getting this contract done. Turn it on, drop it down, and away it goes. Hopefully that will pick up from where it is. Reverse. Yeah, I think that's going to continue from where it is. And away that goes. Wow, that's used a whole load of fuel already. bring the New Holland and the trailer back up to the farm and load up some more wheat. How much do we still have in our store? It is 43,000 litres we have in our store. That means in our windmill, we've got 57,000 litres. I thought we had over 100,000 litres of wheat. So yeah, this is going to take a while to process through here. We can take up to 1 million litres, so we're not going to have a massive amount. As I said last time, I think we are going to hold on to the last little bit of wheat here and probably set ourselves up so that we can have chickens. I definitely want to set some chickens up, so we'll do that as well, and we will get those. We'll get those fed with the small amount of wheat that we will have left over. I think we're going to have about 2,000 litres of wheat, and that should be more than enough for us to do the chickens with. So up to the top here with the windmill, nicely bringing it round. Dude, I do love where I managed to put this windmill. I think it fits in really nicely at the edge here. Kind of a bare patch of land, slightly raised, somewhere where you might expect a windmill to be, and as a result fits in with the landscape quite nicely on here. This is our second to last load, and we are going to have to refill with fuel when we get back up to the farm, but we've got plenty in the tank, and I see no reason why we should make it all the way back without any issues. What is the width on this? So this is a 9-meter cedar. I think this is probably a cedar that is worth us getting. We can put additional weights on here. Don't know. Oh, it comes with the additional weights, so we might as well use those. Yeah, that would be a great cedar, I think, for us to use. If we should be able to get the money today for it, and I think we should get it. Rain has started falling here on Oak Ridge, and we got a bit of a wet day. Shouldn't affect any of the work being done. I think we'll be all right. So let's start refilling that. This is going to be our last load, and while that's filling, turn the hired worker off here, and we'll get this emptied as well. Perfect timing. Trailer is full, and so now as well is the fuel in the tractor. The rain is really coming down. I've got an issue with the stone picker. The stone picker has stopped continuing from where it left off, which is really annoying. So it's now wants to start doing the field all over again. So what we're going to do is we're going to go and tip this last load of this, and we're going to have to take over the stone picker manually, or we might try and get Courseplay working on it. But let's get this tipped first, and we'll go from there. That was a pretty short, sharp shower. It's already blown through as we come to tip our final load up here. While that empties, I'm gonna see if we can get Courseplay up on here. Oh, we don't seem to have Courseplay installed on here either. That's weird. So I did have a thing that said auto drive hadn't worked, but yeah, it looks like Courseplay's got uninstalled as part of the update, which is a little bit strange. So let's bring this on. We'll bring the steering assist on. We're going to do 5 headlands. Cruise control deactivation is manual. Yeah. Okay. Right. So start that up. Get ourselves on this row. And activate it. We need to lower that down. Why is that not lowering down? Come on. There we go. And away we go. Yeah, and we'll continue doing this ourselves. As I said before, we don't need to do this contract. It has already automatically completed, but we will make at least a little bit of money from these stones. So it's worth still doing it. Quite a relaxing thing to be just going around the field with the GPS with this stone picker. It's big enough of a stone picker that it will make it the whole way around the field before we have to empty, which is nice. Does seem that something weird happened on the second round that the hired worker did. In fact, yeah, it only did one headland on this side here, so it kind of threw itself out, unfortunately, and looks like it set itself up to do start again on the headlands when it hit this corner here. I think that's why it was being funny at the top end. As much as I love the new hired worker in Farm Sim, if you have to stop it to unload something like this and then restart it, then it quite often loses its place on the field, especially on jobs like stone picking, which is incredibly annoying. I'd very much like it to be smart enough to know where it finished off or where had already been done and to continue on from there, because otherwise it just it doesn't make it very useful, especially for a job like this. So back up the top of the field again, lift this up, turn it off, and then get it emptied. We're at 93%, so we're not going to get very far. I don't think our trailer is very full yet, though. Yeah, we're not very full with that. So let's tip that out into there. Will it tell me how full my trailer is? No. So this is one of the times where it doesn't. Why am I running that? Turn that off. And that is 39% full off 3 loads. Wow, that really is not filling this up very quickly. We are not going to end up with a full trailer here by the end of the day. But that's not the end of the world. As I said, we're going to get as far with this contract as we can, and then we'll complete it at the end of the day and see where we are. Contract has finished on the cultivator, so we'll collect that now. And yeah, 16,000 for that. So collect that. That takes us up to 105,000. It's still not quite enough. I think we'll call this contract a day at 5 o'clock then. Where is the best place for me to take stones? Stones are not showing in my list, but we should be able to find them here under prices. They are not an output, so... Oh, where are they? There they are. Stones. Best price for stones is the debris crusher. £90 a load. We should be able to go once more around this field, empty this out, or go and empty that in the debris crusher, and that will make us a decent amount of cash for today off here with the 49,000, and then we can buy the cedar. Coming up to the end of the field, and it's 26 minutes past 5. I think as the farmer is happy with our progress here, this will be a good place for us to finish things off, and we'll be able to get that cedar as a result. So let's bring this up here, turn it off, back it up, and we'll go and tip these stones. We'll get them all done and dusted, and that will be enough for us to get that cedar. So let's tip this. We are backed up to it. Perfect. And then with that emptied, we can just pull forward. We'll turn this off. We'll turn all the lights off. And we'll jump into this, and we'll just go sell these stones before we finish. 53% full, so not too bad at all. We should make about £600. No, in fact, I think we'll make about £500 for this. Stones really are not worth much. If we had something to convert them into lime on here, that might be more useful. It would also be more useful to do the second day on that contract. But as it is, I think it's a little bit of a lost setup to be going and doing too much of that. So we'll count our we'll count our lucky stars that it's completed, that we can make the cash from it without having to worry any further. There is the debris crusher. We can just back this up to there and get this tipped. Hopefully, gonna back up to there nice and easily. Yes, there we go. Right, and we'll see how much this makes. I think it's gonna be about 500. Yep, 580, slightly more than I expected. And now we can come into here. We will complete this stone picking contract. Yes, 154,636. And what I'm going to do is we're going to quickly buy this without a number plate for now. And then when we go and pick it up next time and we get it repaired, we will add a number plate onto it and pick someone at random. So let's buy that for now. Leaves us with 22,174 in the bank. That is perfect. I'm going to take this tractor and get everything back to our farm, and I will see you next time. Thank you for watching. I hope that you've enjoyed this video. Please give it a like, drop us a comment, and give it a share. Huge thank you as well to all of my patrons and channel members. These videos are only made possible thanks to your support. If you want more from Virtual Farmer, please check out the videos on screen now or subscribe for more. And I will see you next time.